Good evening, I'm your host, Don Bargany. Welcome to the Channel 8 newscast live from our studios in Philadelphia. A few nights ago, we broke a story on the completion of the Declaration of Independence. Channel 8 reporter Rita Roberts has been covering the events and has finally finished her news story. Here now, a Channel 8 exclusive, the completion of the Declaration of Independence from behind the scenes.
As we all know, King George III has attempted to ruin the lives of us colonists. With this theme in mind, the Second Continental Congress adopted the Committee of Five, consisting of Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Ben Franklin, Roger Sherman, and Robert Livingston. It was a long, enduring series of events, but they eventually got the job done. The process all started with appointing a main author.
Nose goes.
Fine, I guess I can complete such a task.
They then went on to express themselves by proclaiming what King George III did to them and why they deserve freedom.
He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good.
He has kept among us in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislature.
Our seas, ravaged our coasts, burned our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people.
The men would go on to tell all the troubles caused by King George, and Thomas Jefferson eventually finished the Declaration of Independence, with additions from the group on July 1st, and read it to the Second Continental Congress. On July 2nd, the Second Continental Congress voted on whether or not to declare independence from Great Britain. 12 of the 13 colonies agreed, which led to a great demand for a document to ensure this. John Hancock allowed discussion and changes on it to ensure that the Declaration of Independence would be perfect. Thursday, July 4th, the Second Continental Congress adopted it.
Fall, the representatives of the United States of America General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these United Colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy power, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
This occurrence may be a miraculous advancement for the world, and hopefully it will aid us colonists to freedom. From Philadelphia, this is Rita Roberts on Channel 8 News. Back to you, Don.
Great job, Rita. And now for the opposing view on the argument, we send it out to Kurt Sheldon in England, who was with King George III.
Thank you, Don. Today I'm here with King George III for his opinion on the colonial masterpiece known as the Declaration of Independence. Now, Your Majesty, what is your opinion on the piece?
Why, this is atrocious! Those fools over there think they can leave my empire without my consent? How dare them! And now they think they can break away and start a new country? They're still British citizens and they already have committed treason. I will try everything in my power to make their lives miserable. And if they wish to come back, well, we shall leave that up for discussion.
So are all the problems that you are accused of in the third section of the Declaration true or not?
Of course they are! Those filthy colonists were once under my rule, and then they ditch our country to start their own? It is in my power to destroy that uprising government and control them in every way possible that will benefit the people of Great Britain.
Do you believe that God gave them the right to abandon your empire?
Not at all. Those savages do not deserve such a right after they did not follow my procedures and laws. I do believe that committing treason allows for such harsh punishment.
So what are your thoughts on the Declaration's view of letting the colonists check the government?
That is proclamation I have ever heard. This view would never be allowed in England, so why would they bother to have it there? I tell you, they are very guilty of treason against my empire. How can you trust the people enough to first overthrow a government and then rebuild another one so that it's supposed to be more productive? Impossible!
Is it true that the colonists have tried to solve the problems by petitioning against you?
Yes, it is, but the circumstances were far too complicated. They believe that they should be free in nearly every way possible, but why should they deserve it? As I've said before, they brutally break away and suddenly they think they can deserve all the rights of a free country. I believe they are a bit ahead of themselves.
So how do you think the political connection between both nations will be if this Declaration of Independence persuades the judge of the world to allow the colonists to be independent?
I believe that this connection will dissolve into a rivalry between both nations. The colonists are full of unreachable dreams, and I think that the ideals of their new country will come back to bite them. It is manifest that upon attack, they will be in trouble. Deep, deep trouble.
Those are some very interesting responses. Thank you for your time, Your Majesty, and we look forward to conversing with you in the future. From England, this is Kurt Sheldon, Channel 8 News. Back to you, Don.
Well, that's all the time we have for our show today. Special thanks to King George III, Rita Roberts, and Kurt Sheldon for your time. For Channel 8 News, I'm Don Burgundy, signing off on another great day. Goodbye. Great job, Rita. And now for the opposing view. Oh wait, no. Great job, Rita. And now for the opposing view on the argument. So you set it up. Right.
Why, this is atrocious. Those fools over there think they can leave my empire with...
Those are some very interesting responses. Thank you for your time, Your Majesty.
Whoa, bro.
Ben Franklin, didn't he like turkeys?